Hi everybody, how are you going? Sorry, I'll just fix that up. How are you today? So, Lisa Strickland here, your autoimmune health coach. This is take 2, having a few issues with our friends at Facebook. But it just seems to be, I don't actually think, well, it could be that or it could be all the people on the internet at the moment. Anyway, so we're going to try again. So today I wanted to check up on everyone and see how you're going with, if you're self-isolating. It's an interesting time at the moment, but it's a time to be positive, okay? It's not a time to be negative. We need to be taking advantage of the fact that, hey, if we're able to work from home now, and we're not one of those amazing healthcare workers that are still going out there and really getting, helping people. We can do it from home, in staying at home, and also over the internet and assisting people around us. But it's really important that we do it positively, okay? So there are a lot of things going on, and you see a lot of things online and a lot of things on the news. And I just wanted to just touch on some of that stuff because it actually is quite impactful in our health. One of those things that I've noticed is a lot of people are buying a whole heap of alcohol. Now, I'm not here to tell you not to drink, but please don't overdo it. And I'll tell you why. The amount of sugar in alcohol is going to create a big issue with your immune system, okay? So what happens when you have, large quantities of sugar is that our white blood cells don't work to their full capacity, okay? They're literally, they're stopped in their tracks pretty much. And so this means that if you get exposed to anything, you cannot fight it off very well. Okay, so we really need to be aware of the amount of sugar that we are intaking, and alcohol is a big one because a lot of people feel that, I'm at home, I can just, I'm going to relax at this time and I'm going to drink and I'm going to, do a whole heap of baking and all that sort of thing is great in moderation, but we do need to be aware that we are home for a reason. And there is something serious going on out there. So we need to look after ourselves, okay? I wouldn't be standing here in front of you saying this if I wasn't really, really, worried about your welfare, because I worry about everybody, okay? Because I want you to know that you can stay healthy and stay, happy and still, be in isolation if you need to be in isolation. And at the moment, we've pretty much been told we do need to stay put if we can and only go out for groceries. It's really important for us to stay happy and healthy. And going home and, bombarding our bodies with a whole heap of sugar and bad things is actually going to mean that when we walk out of this, whenever that may be, we're going to walk out, 5 kilos heavier, which is not what any of us want. We want to be actually walking out, using that time to really feel great about ourselves, to boost ourselves up, to feed ourselves well. Think about it as a forced holiday at home. It really is. It's really important for us to use this opportunity to look after ourselves, to nourish ourselves with great food, and do all the things around the house that you've been wanting to do for so long, But really important for you to nourish yourself and not, overdo it with, all the alcohol and the sweets, because it really is important for us to boost ourselves up and to come out, really looking great and feeling good. And it's such an important time for us to use this time to nurture ourselves and really push ourselves forward, because you don't want to be suppressing your immune system. If you can, you want to be strong and really getting out there and doing the things. So, start thinking about what you can do. Like, I love gardening. That helps me relax, because that is the other thing that we're dealing with, is we are dealing with stress because we're not used to staying at home. We're used to getting out and about, most of us. So really look at using this time to maybe do a bit of gardening, you know, those things that you didn't have time for before. And really thinking about how, you know, you can make the best of the time that you've got at home. You know, spend some time with your kids, and you know, maybe get a board game out or two if you've got a few hanging around. If anyone lives near me, I've got plenty of them, so I'm happy to share. So really, you know, thinking about how you can nurture yourself and your family, and really, you know, getting together and spending that time that, you know, you wouldn't normally have. And, you know, look at this time as a gift for you to really come back down to, you know, down to earth and down to where we used to be many years ago, where we weren't running such fast-paced lives. It's really important for us to remember that we need to nurture ourselves and look after ourselves, and really keep upbeat about it. And that's why, you know, talking to you here, this is a time and an opportunity. If you want to comment, pop your little comments in below, because this is great interaction and I love to talk to people while I'm chatting. So if you have any questions, you just ask away. But it's really important for our mental health, because this is something that most of us have never done before. And sometimes, you know, you love your kids, but it can get all a little bit too much at times. So use those times to find them something to do. And maybe, you know, we have technology, use FaceTime and talk to, you know, your best buddy or somebody that you know is going to uplift you. Please don't talk to people that are going to be negative. We need to be uplifting ourselves. And, you know, really getting on board, looking at, maybe you can do an online course, maybe there's lots of other things that you can really think about that can help you to uplift yourself, you know, and drinking lots of water and just doing all the things that we do to look after who we are that we don't usually do, you know, finding that time to de-stress, a cup of tea and a book. You know, some of us like that. If you haven't, and this is something, if you haven't ever, and I mean ever, really recognize something that you know can help to lower your stress levels, now is the opportune time for you to find that thing, that one thing, and everybody has it, that one thing that's going to help you relax. And, you know, I know a lot of people, and I have been one of them over the years, that run at 100 miles an hour and never stop. But over the time, I have understood and learnt what helps me relax. So go on a journey. You know, use this time to find that thing that you know. You know, it could be Audible, listening. Now, listening to somebody read you a story. You know, something that you haven't done since you were a child, you know, when your mother read to you or somebody else has read to you. You know, we are so lucky we have all these things that we can use to assist us. You know, many years ago we would have been sitting there probably playing knuckles or doing something like that. And actually that's not a bad one either. There's something that you can go back to do. I used to love doing that. I don't know about anybody else, but that was a big thing for me when I was at school. So really, you know, try and find this time to relax. And hey, have time. I have my monthly membership and I go live every day on my monthly membership. We do cooking, we do gardening, we're doing some exercise, we're doing all sorts of things on that monthly membership. I will pop in the links underneath this video so that you can see what, see about it, and really think about how, you know, you can relax and spend this time productively. This is now the time that you've got to actually do something that you haven't had time to do before. Okay, so really take that. I just want you to listen to that statement. Do something that you haven't done before, okay? And I will put in the links for my membership below. I'd love to see you on there and really enjoying. We do Zoom calls once a week as well. so we can talk about all the things that and develop some of the things that you want to do. So I'll talk to you really soon, and take care and really enjoy this time and have fun.